if you really want to find out how effective a wall is, just ask Israel. 99.9% effective. Then our wall will be every bit as good as that, if not better. Look at all of the countries that have walls, and they work 100%.
From Israel to the Vatican, President Trump has pointed out how walls have worked for other countries around the world. So why can't it work for ours?
Joining us now to discuss is former mayor of Shiloh, Israel, David Rubin. David, so great to have you with us. Now, you have at least 77 walls across the globe right now. I want to talk to you in particular, though, about Israel. Obviously, we're in a fierce debate about border security and a wall in the United States right now. What are the stats on the efficiency of the walls and fences actually built in Israel?
Well, if you want to understand whether walls work, Israel is a tremendous example because we have two different kinds of walls that have been built in the past couple of decades. So let's first look at the wall in Judea and Samaria, the so-called West Bank, which is the mountainous region that's north of Jerusalem and south of Jerusalem. So in Judea and Samaria, between the year 2000 and the year 2005, there were over 1,000 terrorist attacks in Israel, over 1,000 people killed in terrorist attacks, I should say. And there were several thousand who were wounded in terrorist attacks. Actually, I myself was wounded, shot and wounded in a terrorist attack along with my 3-year-old son who was shot in the head. So the terrorism was so intense, and every day people didn't know if they were going to be able to get to work or the children were going to get to school. It was a terrible situation. Israel's government decided to build a wall separating the major cities of Israel from Samaria and Judea. And so a wall was built, part of it of concrete, but most of it from very, very strong steel. It was a high wall, and it had barbed wire as well as high-tech measures. And it was very, very effective. It cut down on terrorism in Israel's cities by 95% even. So it was very, very effective. And to this day, we don't have major terrorist attacks in the big cities in Israel. Now, if you look at the southern border that separates Egypt and Israel, down there was a problem of illegal immigration. So the issue was a little bit different. It was illegal immigration as opposed to terrorism. Yep. But the illegal immigration was causing a lot of crime. And 55,000 immigrants came in from the southern border between the years 2000 and 2012. A wall was built, actually mostly fence, but physical barrier, very strong physical barrier on the entire southern border. And in the first year that it was built, the illegal entry into Israel was cut down to almost to nothing, and in the year after they raised the level and it was cut completely. So
I mean, David, we got to leave it right there, but I've been to Shiloh. The terrain there is very diverse. A wall there stopped terrorism in the so-called West Bank, Judea and Samaria, and then in the southern border, on the Egyptian border, illegal immigration was rampant. You build a wall, you build it taller, it's almost down to zero. So whether it's terrorism or illegal immigration, America's got a lot to learn from Israel. David Rubin, we've got to leave it there, unfortunately, but thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Well summarized.